Good evening, children. Today I will explain about periodic table, first periodic table, second periodic table, and third periodic table. Actually, those periodic tables are not considered as periodic table because at the time they are using different words. Okay, nearly how many elements? Now write the running notes, all of you. First side heading, main heading. Periodic table. How many elements are available now? Nearly 120 elements. 120 elements are available. But how many elements are fit in the modern periodic table? 118 elements are fit in the periodic table. Right? Then what is the first periodic table? That first periodic table name is a triad periodic table. That periodic table was discovered by Daubernier. So first one is Daubernier triads. Daubernier triads. So it is not called as a periodic table because at the time the available elements are arranged as a triads. Tri means 3. So three elements are grouped as a triad. And the properties of those elements are same. So the elements present in the triads having the same chemical properties. The properties means they are showing same reactions with adding any reagent to that particular elements. Right? Simply, first point for this Daubernier triads, this person Daubernier arranging the elements according to their atomic masses. Simply arranging the elements according to their atomic masses in ascending order. In ascending order. Ascending order means lower atomic mass to higher atomic mass. For example, nearly 20 plus elements are available. The 20 plus elements fitted as 3 elements. 3 means triad. So in first triad, the first, for example, A, B, C. This one is smaller atomic mass. Next one, increase. This is one triad. Next one, D, E, F. This is another triad. G, H, I. This is another triad. But in the first triad, this is, for example, atomic mass is 1, next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So based on their atomic masses, and the atomic masses are arranged as their ascending order. Now, sir, how many elements are available, sir? Nearly 20 plus elements are available. That 20 plus available elements are, the first triad is lithium, sodium, potassium. This is first triad. This is first triad. And second one, chlorine, bromine, iodine. This is second triad. And calcium, strontium, and barium. This is another triad. So nearly 8 triads are used. 8 triads are used. Okay, but one condition is given. One condition is given for these triads. What is that condition? Average atomic masses of first and third. Average atomic masses of first and third elements, atomic masses, is equal to the atomic mass of the second element, or atomic mass of second element is equal to the average atomic mass of first and third element. Now write the condition. Atomic mass of second element is equal to the average atomic mass of first and third elements in a triad. This is the condition for Dauber-Nier triads. Okay. Now I will explain with first triad. Write the running notes, all of you. Explanation purpose. This one, explanation. Take one triad. What is the triad? Lithium, sodium, and potassium. This is one triad. What is the lithium atomic mass? Lithium atomic mass is 7. This is atomic mass of lithium. And what is the atomic mass of potassium? Potassium is 39. Now take the average atomic mass of first and third elements. First and third elements is equal to first element 7 atomic mass plus third element atomic mass is 39. So average means how many elements are used here? 2 elements. So by 2. 7 plus 39 by 2 is equal to 46 by 2. 46 by 2 means 2, 23 is 46. The average value is equal to the second element atomic mass. What is the second element? Here, second element atomic mass. Okay, the second element is sodium. Second element is sodium. So sodium atomic mass is 23. So the condition is perfectly applicable on triad. But the problem is he given nearly 8 to 9 triads. But this condition is not applied. This condition is not applicable to the remaining triads. But this condition is not applicable on, see the trades, some trades, iron, cobalt and nickel. This is one trade in Daubernier trades. But atomic masses are nearly same. Atomic masses are nearly same. That's why you apply triads condition on these three atoms. So it is not applicable. So that's why this one is failed. Next one, Ru, Rh and Pd, palladium. This is also nearly same atomic masses are present. Simply this triad system is failed. This triad system is failed. Okay, but he gave one information. We can arrange the elements in a particular order. Simply he was arranged the elements based on their atomic masses. So arrangement started by Daubernier. Of course it is failed, but the first step started by Daubernier triads. So first periodic table, that is Daubernier periodic table, is nothing but Daubernier triads is completed. Next one, second one. Newlands. Second one, Newlands Activas. Second person, Newlands Activas. Newland also arranging elements based on their atomic weights. Based on their atomic weights or atomic masses. In which order? In ascending order. Okay, Nana? Ascending order. Right. But the problem is, the condition is, every eighth element from first element having same properties. Okay, but on the time noble gases are not found. Noble gases means helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. These are all not found at Newlands Activas table was introduced. So once arrange the elements, available elements at the time, I think it is 18th century, arranging the elements: lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Actually, neon is there, but neon is noble gas, so neon is not introduced. Lithium, radium, boron, carbon, oxygen, fluorine, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, and so on. Okay, arrangement is completed. After that, what is the condition? Every eighth element from the first element. From the first element is not from the first element, just that marked element. Which one is taken the first element? For example, if you take lithium is the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the sixth element for this first element. These two elements are having same properties. Same properties. This shows same properties. These two are metals. These two are malleable. These two are ductile. These two are sonority in nature. Okay, these two are reacts with hydrogens, these two are reacts with oxygen. So, same physical properties and same chemical properties present in first and eighth element. Okay, sir, now take this one, carbon. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These two elements. This first element and eighth element having same properties. Same properties. This one looks like one musical. Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa. Starts with Sa and end with Sa. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is first element. This is eighth element. So similar trend follows in Newland's Activas. This, for example, if it is taken as 1 Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa. These two elements having same properties. This is Newland's Activas rule. In Newland's, all the elements are arranged based on their atomic weights in ascending order. And what is the condition? Every eighth element from a particular element or from any starting element, exactly eighth element having the same properties. Okay, noble gases are not present at that time, right? But this Activas or this periodic table is also failed. This table is also failed. Due to high atomic masses elements does not show this trend. This trend means that every element having same properties, but this table is failed for high atomic mass elements and also for low atomic mass elements. That's why this table is also failed. What is the first table? Daubernier periodic table. What is the second table? Newland's Activas. In Daubernier periodic table, all the elements are arranged based on their atomic masses. In Newland's periodic table also, all the elements are arranged based on their atomic masses. What is the condition for Daubernier triads? In any triad, atomic mass of second element is equal to the average atomic mass of first and third element. What is the condition for Newland's Activas? In Newland's Activas, any element from the beginning and eighth element having the same properties. Okay, but these two are failed. Next one is Lothar-Meyer atomic volume curves. Next, third person. Lothar-Meyer atomic volume curves. Lothar-Meyer atomic volume curves. This person also arranging the elements based on their atomic masses. But he draw graphs. In Lothar-Meyer atomic volume curve, he draw graphs. Between atomic mass and atomic volume. On x-axis, atomic mass. On y-axis, atomic volume. On x-axis, atomic mass. On y-axis, atomic volume is taken. Now, draw the graphs between atomic mass and atomic volume. This type of graphs we are observing. And observe the peaks. This is lithium, this is sodium, this is potassium, this is rubidium. And one more table once you observe: beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium. So once one order is maintained for same properties elements in the graph. So it indicates same property elements are present in on the same line, nearly, not exactly, nearly on the same line. It indicates that elements are having the same properties. But this atomic volume curves are also not useful, because only by using graphs, how can you remember all the elements in the periodic table? Because nearly 118 elements are fitted in the modern periodic table. For example, 118 elements are available at the time of Lothar-Meyer atomic volume curves. How can you remember all the elements? That is the difficult problem, to remember any set of elements based on their graphs. So this theory is nearly 60 to 70% is successful, but this adjustment is not good, and that it is very difficult to remember any student or any person. It is not useful. And after discovery of the modern periodic table, they are also draw a graph instead of atomic mass. They are using atomic number, and draw a graph between atomic number and atomic volume. Same type of graphs they are observed. It means both are explains the same nature or same properties of the elements. But why these curves are not useful means the problem is difficult to remember. That's why this is also failed. Next person. Next fourth person, Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev's periodic table. He gave a perfect information about periodic table because he was introduced groups and periods. He was introduced groups and periods. What is a group, sir? Group means a vertical column. Vertical columns are called groups, and horizontal rows are called periods. First time he gave a perfect idea and a perfect picture to the periodic table. Of course, this periodic table is also failed, but 80% of this periodic table we are using for modern periodic table, because he gave one perfect idea how to draw or how to picture all the elements in the one table. So this person gives a perfect idea to the next scientist. Of course, that's why we are using the word. This person is called father of periodic table. Mendeleev is a father of periodic table. Okay, Nana? Right. He is also arranging elements based on their atomic masses. So first four scientists, Daubernier, Newlands, Lothermeyer, Mendeleev, all these four scientists arranging the elements based on their atomic masses only. And also these four models are failed. But this person gives a perfect idea for the modern periodic table. Nearly this person arranged nearly 60 elements in his periodic table, and also he gave noble gases also in his periodic table, right? So tomorrow I will explain the remaining explanation of how success of modern Mendeleev periodic table and failures of Mendeleev's periodic table. Okay, Nana? So this today the first three are completed and second one just introduction is completed. Read perfectly all of you and write the running notes. Okay, because this is the intermediate topic and most important basic topic for inorganic chemistry. Okay, Nana? Thank you very much.